Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily Terra Luna Classic News Update. I've got a pretty cool thing in regards to Binance as well as announcements by the Layer 1 task force on the future of Station. As always, if you enjoy the content here, go ahead subscribe. Let's get into it because we've got a bit to cover here. Now, I've actually gone ahead and done this in a pretty different structure. But I did a Twitter thread, I did all the research before this video. We're hopping in here and we're just going to be going over everything. So I'm going to highlight you a couple of news pieces that happen on Lunk. So the first thing is a lot of people have been having issues on Station lately. Good for you, though, as the Layer 1 task force as well as TFL have now pushed the changes necessary to make this a reality. Station should be fixed. Everybody should be having their transactions going through as normal for the most part. Obviously, there's going to be outliers and there's going to be bugs. You always have to fix. But there were a lot of fixes on TFL side as well as the Layer 1 task force. So it's good to hear that that's going through. Some clarifications that I do have to say is while doing my research, I went ahead and said there were some errors on the Layer 1 task force side initially, but those were quickly corrected. The actual answer here is that Zardar actually reached out and he said that there were a couple of issues on the validators side in terms of this update that were a little bit off. Of course, it's the first time we're doing a lot of these state-breaking changes, so they had to correct those issues. There was a week around there that they gave to do those updates, and so it's fixed. That's all you need to know is Station's fixed right now. Now next thing is the Lunk Layer 1 task force developer Frag suggests using Keplr if issues arise with future Station updates on Luna Classic. I'm saying okay guys and girls, you should really use Keplr wallet. No transfer of funds needed. Just import your Station wallet into Keplr and start the fun again. I'm going to make a quick instruction today. Steady lads. So he's saying there that if you guys are interested, that Keplr is always one that you could use. I've actually been looking into other blockchains on Cosmos in general. Remember that Luna Classic is a Cosmos SDK coin, which means that it can kind of interact with a bunch of different chains. Keplr is a wallet. I'll go ahead and look it up. Keplr, this thing right here, what you need to know that is 100% important. By the way, if you don't have this already, like ChatGPT for Google, very important, you should probably get it. It's very important because just get behind everybody else if you don't have it. And so he's saying, if Station doesn't work in the future, try some of the other wallets. You don't actually need to put funds in there. All you need to do is just grab that seed phrase and just slap it over to whatever wallet supports Luna Classic chain. So next thing we want to talk about here is Binance. Now Binance is confirming an April Luna Classic burn as they add April 2nd to be the next, a major Binance burn. So this is pretty good. This is. You know, a lot of people were nervous in saying that. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen after this burn. I don't know if they're going to continue doing the burns. Yeah, they're doing it. So we're going to have another burn April 2nd. This, of course, further solidifies Binance support. Some people were a little upset about the $1 million that Binance ended up burning. Remember, guys, Binance makes a lot of money, but they don't make that much money. So it depends on how much Terra Luna Classic gets traded that they go ahead and give money to us, give money to them. All that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's up to Lunk. I always have this argument where it's like, Binance is awesome, and they're helping us a lot, but they're not going to be the ones that burn everything. So if you're expecting Binance to be the one to burn all the Lunk, it's just not going to happen like that. It's the community really needed to get together to make it happen. Another next thing I want to talk about is volume. Volume is crawling on Luna Classic. It's actually going down. As the greater market sees corrections across the board, Luna Classic retains its position today as the number 54 cryptocurrency on the planet. Now we actually saw SPY, which is the SP 500. It just tracks the 500 top companies in the stock market, essentially, right? Not literally, kind of. And it went up in Friday. It went up 1.6% of course. It doesn't trade in the weekends and right now it's a Sunday. So my numbers are a bit off. But we should expect the stock market to correct Monday as well, which is why crypto is kind of correcting right now. And I'm thinking that we're going to have a recovery sometime Tuesday. Historically, Tuesday has been the best day to buy in the stock market. If you do your research on this, if you're doing dollar cost averaging, of course this is not financial advice and I mean, just take my word for nothing, right? Just do your own research on this. But there's a bunch of studies out there that support that Tuesday is usually the best day to buy in the stock market, and that kind of applies in crypto as well. So, yeah, just take that for what it's worth. The next thing I want to talk about is Luna Classic Premier Dex Terraport continues to roar on its final presale as it concludes over the next 11 days. Is this going to be the next major Luna Classic catalyst? If you guys want to participate on the presale, as you guys may or know, I am on the core team for Terraport sale level bias, but we're going to do a decentralized exchange. We're talking with the Layer 1 task force. We're talking with a bunch of people in regards to ways that we can utilize this. This is going to be on the Luna Classic chain, so we're not going to be on BNB or anything else. It's actually like native Luna Classic. And it's going to be exciting to get a project out there for the Luna Classic sphere. And so that's pretty much it as always. Stay safe, and that's all.